Hi, this is Sabrina Solba, the designer of Diatoms, and I'm going to show you how to use Screentop. This video is going to cover the key shortcuts and usability tips for playing on Screentop itself. It's not going to cover how to play the game. There are other videos and resources for that. First, let's just talk about what Screentop is. It's a browser-based platform for playing board games. It's all 2D. It's free. It plays in most browsers. It's easy to invite other people to join. They don't even have to sign up in order to play, so it's very accessible. Now, when you open up the Screentop link for Diatoms, you're going to see a page that's a lot like this. It has some information about the game and also a big blue play button. So if you click that, you'll be taken into a new room for Diatoms. And the first thing you're going to see is this orienting screen with some instructions and keyboard and mouse shortcuts. In Screentop, there's a metaphor that you're at a virtual table, and the first thing you need to do is to actually take a seat at that table. So you're going to use this join menu in the upper left, enter your name, pick a seat, and then you'll see your name on the list. Now you can start interacting with the game. On the upper right over here, you'll see a question mark. This brings up the help menu, and in here are some guides about using Screentop and playing Diatoms and some other information about Diatoms. And down in the bottom left is the menu to swap between the different views in Screentop. And in Screentop, these are called surfaces. So we're in the main menu surface. This is sort of the welcome, but there's also setups for 4 players, 3 players, 2 players, solo, and the rulebook. Let's take a look at the rulebook. This is the full rulebook from the game. It's a draft, so it's not finished, and it's not tailored to Screentop. It's about using the physical game, but if you want to learn to play using the real game rulebook, you can take a look at this. You're going to use F to flip forward through the pages and Shift F to go backwards through the pages. Let's use the menu again and go to the 4-player setup. I can show you a few more really useful Screentop controls. So this is the 4-player setup, and you can see that there's a little player zone area for each of the 4 players. Now, if you click and drag to pan down or use your scroll wheel, you can see that there's some additional tips and quick references below the fold that you can use anytime you like. Now that you're back up here in the main view, let's talk about some common shortcuts. One of the most common things you're going to be doing in the game is manipulating these water tiles and placing them into the shared space according to the placement rules of the game. So in order to do that, you're going to need to know how to rotate and flip the tiles. To rotate a tile, you're going to click to select it and press Q to rotate counterclockwise and E to rotate clockwise. Then you're going to press F to flip the tile. The reverse side of each tile is the mirror of the other side. So you're going to notice that there's a few items on the screen that look a little difficult to read. Now, you can always zoom in on the game by holding down the control key and using the scroll wheel to zoom in and out of the scene. But there's also another useful control you can use, which is to mouse over any item in the game and then hit spacebar, and that will bring that item up nice and big in the center of your screen. So you can use that to take a look at the player aid or any of the judge cards that explain how the scoring works. You can even use it to get a close-up view of your mosaic board or the judging sheets. Speaking of the judging sheets, there's another Screentop control that's useful to know. When the game is over and you're filling out your score sheet, you can't type in Screentop, but you can select these numbers on the score sheet and hit F to flip through the different values for each box, and that lets you set up your sheet as though you were writing on it, and you can use that to tally up your final score. Those are the key controls for Screentop, and if you want to learn how to play, then check out the other videos.